Welcome back to Wake Up Abundant with Amber. We are on day 21 of Overflow October. We only have 10 days left. How exciting. The beautiful thing about this whole series, though, is that it is timeless and you guys get to have it forever. So even though the title is Overflow October, because I started in October, think of it just as a 31-day challenge. And this challenge will help you whenever you need it to help you get back into overflow. And especially if you go deeper with the workbook, I really love a lot of the questions that I added on here to explore new blocks and really cultivate further integration of the episode. Now, without further ado, let's take our 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Today we're going to talk about your authentic self versus your people pleaser self. Listen, I get it. Your girl, she is a people pleaser. And while I constantly work on not being it, I constantly do a lot of boundary settings and get clear on what I desire first before saying yes to people automatically, before just being the martyr or being the selfless one. It took me a long time to get there. I always felt like the most authentic version of myself was one who was always overextending. But I realized something that I think no one really talks about. Your most authentic self feels like an exhale. So you feel like you're holding your breath in all interactions with people, and you're constantly putting yourself out there and you're constantly just holding that breath, feeling contracted, feeling a little stressed. Like, that is not your most authentic self. That is the version of you, the mask that you put up to be accepted by others. But that is not the version of you. And I think it's normal. I think we all kind of do it. I don't think you can always 100% be authentic at all times. But I do think we want to minimize the people pleasing, the putting up a mask, so that we could attract the right opportunities and people into our lives. A lot of times when we people please, we're not attracting the right people. We're attracting people that are just used to us being the yes women or the yes man, and they don't necessarily know who you are, right? They don't know your boundaries. They don't know what it's like to support you because you don't ask for it and you just bend backwards for them. Versus when you are your authentic self, when you ask for what you want, when you show up with what you want, when you talk about your dreams powerfully, the right people will gravitate towards you and you will feel like an exhale around them versus the people that are not, right? They will start disappearing and they will start ghosting you, or they'll probably say you've changed or things are different or how come we don't hang out as much anymore, when you are available to hang out, but it's in alignment with your highest expression. And it's not in alignment with the people pleaser version of yourself that you once were. And I think you guys have noticed a trend in these last few episodes where I've been talking a lot about people and boundaries because a big part of overflow is making sure that you're surrounded by the right support group. You are surrounded by people that lift you up and not hold you down, and you feel like you can exhale around them. Because if you're constantly contracting and that's your state of being and that's your environment and that's who you're surrounding yourself with, the overflow that comes in or the abundance that comes in might not stay because it's not in alignment with who you truly are. Your vibration is something you can't hide, which is why you want to pay attention to the connections in your life. And these episodes are really, really good, especially for those who do want to up-level their friendships, up-level their love life, up-level their connections, their community, their network. These episodes, so specifically the boundary setting ones, the ones where I'm talking about people-pleasing, your authentic self, I want you to re-listen to these over and over and over again until you honor yourself, until you ask yourself, why am I hiding? I'm tired of hiding. What am I afraid of hiding? What am I afraid of them seeing? And if they see it and they don't like it, who cares? Who cares? Because the right people will like it, will accept it, will guide me to be better. Of course, that's your job too. Always do the inner work. But I think so much of the time we feel like we have to people please because we're going to be left alone. But that's the opposite. You're not going to be. You're just going to attract better people around you. And people get confused when you set boundaries or in your most authentic self as being mean or like, I have to be this type of person. It's like, no, I wouldn't consider myself a very mean person. But I also know like who I'm spending a lot of time with is intentional. You won't see me spending a lot of time with people over and over again that I don't think lift me up, that I don't think I could be my fullest expression of myself. And that's what I want for you. And that's what I want in all of your connections, especially your inner circle. Your inner circle is going to determine where you go. So pay attention to your inner circle. Like, are they feeding you the right habits? Are you feeling inspired by them? Or is it the opposite? Are you just people pleasing? Are you drained? Are you exhausted? Can you be your most authentic self with them? Can you share your deepest dreams with them? If not, maybe it's time to reconsider and shift. So here is a question I want you guys to go through from the workbook and see what comes up. How do I feel when I'm being authentic versus when I'm performing? The more we notice our patterns, the more we're able to catch ourselves and see who we're performing for and who we are authentic for. And that will start giving you ideas of who you want to be around and who you don't. And also start giving you ideas of like, who is your authentic self? I think sometimes we don't even know that question. Who am I? I've been in a mask for so long. So the exciting part is that you get to find out now. All right, guys, thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.